I'd vote for her for president tomorrow. Honestly, I'm serious. I think Dolly Parton would do a lot of good for this country.
I love it because of her attitude.
Yes. And like, I trust her. I don't know her, but I trust her.
As our listeners know, before each guest comes on, they fill out a brand personification form. And on that form, they personify the brand through various questions. And of course, 2 questions were asked. Favorite food forever. You wrote on behalf of Rea Doughnuts.
I did.
And of course, performer or band or performing artist, you wrote Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about those 2 answers.
So, I'm an overthinker, and I was really struggling with the food one. And I was like, well, we have pizza in the office sometimes, but pizza doesn't really feel like our food. And then I thought about donuts. You show up to someone's office in the morning, maybe you're going to visit a client, you bring a box of donuts. Or someone, is driving by Krispy Kreme on the way to work and they bring a box of donuts and they send out an email to the office, donuts in the kitchen. No one's ever upset to get donuts. And it's such a nice, it's kind of hospitable to say, I brought you donuts. You're starting someone's day off with a nice sugary treat.
Exactly. How can you be upset about that?
Yeah. So.
Now, what does that have to do with Dolly Parton then? What's the approachability
Dolly
on that
Parton,
brand?
I just came back from a vacation in the Smoky Mountains. We spent a day on Dollywood. So I am like high on Dolly right now. I didn't really know what to expect. But it wasn't Dolly everywhere. It wasn't about Dolly at all, really. So it was more about the people that she knew and grew up around and less about her. So the spotlight wasn't on her.
So it didn't exploit her.
Right.
It told the story of her friends and family around her.
Right. Thinking about who Dolly Parton is as a person. I don't know if you've ever been to Dollywood, but in the middle of the park, there is an exact replica of the cabin she grew up in. She was one of 11 or 12 kids, and it was a kitchen and a bedroom. I mean, I'm talking half the size of this room.
Right.
And to be who she is now, and to be so kind and giving and positive. She's loyal. She's been with her husband since before she had any of that stuff. She's so generous and giving, that library that she created for kids that don't have books. She's just so inspirational in so many ways. I mean, I'd vote for her for president tomorrow. Honestly, I'm serious. I think Dolly Parton would do a lot of good for this country.
I love it because of her attitude.
Yeah, I trust her. I don't know her, but I trust her.
Right. But it is aligned with the Rea way.
Yeah.
That some of those things that you read about the Rea way, that's how she's living her life. Mm-hmm. Right?
Totally.
That deliberate.
Totally. She's a national treasure.
She is.